Yo, Tito here with Gava's podcast with my main man, one of my main mans in Tampa, bro. Mauricio. What up, Mauricio?
Yes, sir, man. How you doing?
Good, bro. My day's good, man. It's not about me, but I just want to talk about my son. He did great today in practice. I'm mad hype. Didn't expect it, but he's learning and he's liking it. That's the main thing.
Yeah.
How was your day?
Good, bro. Good. Busy day. Made it home safe, so that's what's important.
That's what's up. So I brought him here because he's one of the entrepreneurs I look up to. A lot of people, like I said, don't look up to their peers, because it's kind of corny for some people, and you have to be 50 in order to be looked up on or have a role model and stuff. And for me, I think it's dope that the circle of friends that I have, I look up to in a way, and they help me, they motivate me to do good in my business. So with no further ado, before we start, let's just cheers this.
Cheers. Appreciate Natalie for the drink.
The wifey, Yacy, recommended it, and I don't eat cucumber.
But this is fire.
And
this is fire.
Fuego.
Cucumber gimlet, guys.
Yo,
refreshing drink.
You heard it here first, all right? And it's copywritten by Mauricio. So, listen, I know you, and I don't know everything about you, so this is gonna bring up a little bit of things that I don't know, may not know. Same thing with Iman. I didn't know certain things he hit me with. I'm like, hey, yo, okay, so listen, where were you born first, and where you grew up?
I was born in New Jersey, Secaucus, New Jersey, to be exact. But my family's Colombian. Okay. So all my family is from Colombia, but I was born in New Jersey. Okay,
and how long were you up there for?
I would say I was about 7 or 8 years old when we moved down here. Okay. So pretty much I would say I grew up down here.
Okay, and what was the situation? Like, why did you move? Like, did your parents were over?
My parents, yeah, just my dad, he's been doing what we do for a long time. He did that over there. He just got tired of the winter, the cold, and just pretty much the weather. That's what moved us down.
Yeah, the same here. So main thing, I'm gonna jump straight into it. When you were younger, right? Because what you're doing now, I don't know if that was your vision when you were younger. Like my vision, I want to be a cop. I mean, everybody knows it from the first episode. So what was your vision? Like, what you wanted to do when you were younger?
I mean, obviously a baseball player, Okay. You want to be, that's what I grew up playing, obviously a baseball player, but actually not a cop, but actually I always liked like FBI,
detective work.
Detective,
SVU,
homicide, exactly. But yeah, pretty much baseball, be a baseball player.
Okay, cool. So did you go to, you went to high school here then?
Yeah. I went to elementary, middle school, high school here.
Oh, you did everything here. Yeah. So baseball is something you did
I played here till right before high school. Should have kept playing, but I stopped right before high school.
Now, you go to college, right? Or you about to go to college. That's the big thing with everybody. What did you want to get into in college? Or did you know right away? Like, I'm trying to get into so did you know right away your lane? Or did it just come to you?
No, I definitely didn't know what I wanted to do. At first, I started, when I signed up, I wanted to do physical therapy. I've always liked
Yo, my back hurt, bro.
Like sports, like in the sports area, area, sports medicine, physical therapy. That's what I first got it, wanted to do when I started. But then I switched over to business administration, and I did that. And
so what was your first job? And what at what age you were?
My first job was in high school. I actually worked at Finish Line right here at Citrus Park Mall. Oh, okay. And I started there, I would say 15, turning 16. So that was all my high school job was Finish Line. That was the first job I've ever had.
Now, did you going into what we're gonna get into with what you're doing now? Was your father, mom entrepreneur? Did you have entrepreneurs in your family? What made you do what you're doing now? Like, what was the inspiration? Because you had them since you were younger. So, was your dad and mom forcing you to go to college, forcing you to do entrepreneur? Like, what was it like?
No, they never forced me, but I mean, they obviously, any parent wants you to go to school, study, graduate. I did the first 2 years. I got my AA. I stopped after that. But I just pretty much just did what I wanted to do. But
what did you go to school for?
But I just did my first 2 years. So I got like an AA in business administration, and then I stopped after that, and then just got into the business and been going on ever
So
since.
so Finish Line was your first one, and then so what other jobs you got?
After that, I worked at actually Wells Fargo. I was a banker, or not a banker, teller.
Okay, okay.
At Wells Fargo, I worked there for a little bit, and then from there, I went to Famous Tate, the appliance and bedding store.
Oh, I know where that's at.
I worked there delivering appliances and whatever, warehouse manager. I did that, and then after that, that's when I got into the business with my dad.
Okay, so you went straight into it. So what are you doing now? What's the breakdown? Did you have a conversation with your dad? Did you just want to try it? Was it supposed to be a thing where it's just like, Dad, I'm gonna work these days and then that's it? Or like, what was your vision in the beginning?
No, I mean, at the beginning, I would say I was like 19, 20 maybe. So I was young. That's when I was young, wilding out, partying, going crazy, that age. So at the beginning, what made me get into it was when I was working at Famous Tate. Long story short, I just didn't get along with one of the managers.
Okay.
And since I'm a young kid and I felt like he thought he could talk to me however he wanted, and I'm not like that. So we bumped heads, and then I was just not feeling it, and like, I guess my parents, that's why I was living at home at the time.
Okay.
And they could just see that I gotta come home like mad or just wasn't, enjoying it. And just one night I just had a conversation with my dad, and he was like, yeah, you just come work with me.
Wow. So you went up to him. Like, so how was that? Were you scared to go up to him when
Nah,
it came to
I've never
that?
been scared to go up to him about nothing. But I was.
But
just
I'm
like,
telling you, like working. Like, did you think like,
no, honestly, I didn't know. I wasn't thinking anything. I didn't know what I was getting myself into.
okay,
But I told him, hey, this is how I feel. I don't like this and that. What's going on at work at the time where I worked before. And then he was the one that just told me, he's like, well, come work with me. So I was like, all right,
nice,
let's do
that's
it.
dope. All right, so going into like, we both good at what we do, 9 to 5 and stuff like that. But having that managerial person over you that thinks they know everything and tries to be like a boss and not like a manager, that's one thing that kind of turned you off, right? Like, bro, just do your job. You tell me what to do and I got it.
I mean, if you're a manager, you're a manager for a reason. You have some kind of authority, but it's just about how you talk to people.
Like over
just in general, just how you come at somebody, how you talk to. So that's what bothered me at where I worked before, and that was one of the reasons why I left. Was just I didn't feel respected.
Cool. Now, when you took over the business, when you got into the business with your dad, did you ever envision, like, did you just want to work, or did you want to be like, Dad, I got you in the end? You know what I'm saying? Like, you could retire and I got you. What was your vision? Like, I'm gonna just work with my dad. I don't know if I want to do his side of the stuff.
Yeah, I would say at the beginning, like I said, I was young. I was maybe 19, 20. I'm going on, I would say, about 11 years now doing it. But at the beginning, you don't think of that, But as time went on and as I got older, that's when, like, my ideas started coming alive, and like me realizing things and how I can do this and do that. And then, obviously I want to make it bigger, grow, and then just have him retire, which hopefully he'll retire soon. It's up to him.
Yeah, that's the vision.
But yeah, obviously the end goal is, hey, you've done your part,
so
go enjoy what you've worked hard for, and I got you, the rest of the way.
That's dope, man. That's dope. I never had a dad. My mom was mom and dad. So for hear that, yo, shout outs to Pops, man. Like, telling you, hey, come work with me and I got you. And then now you doing the transition over into taking it over and doing what you do with it. So now that you into it, right? And you're manager, you're neck and neck with him now?
I mean, I pretty much do it all.
Do it all.
So, yeah.
Awesome. That's dope. Cheers to that, man. So my main thing when it comes to now basically owning it, how's your experience, even in the beginning, with negative comments, customers, employees, call outs, not showing up, don't want to work no more? Like, how is that experience? And it takes an art, because in my first year or two, and even now, sometimes I still don't know how to deal with employees like calling out or
Yeah.
I can't work this day or I can't do this. Like, so how you deal with those situations?
I mean, for the longest time, it was just me and him. And then recently, I would say the last 5-6 years, maybe, that's when we started hiring people. And I mean, it's not easy dealing with people, regardless if it's customers, employees, whatever the case may be. But I mean, it's just, you got to deal with it and keep pushing forward, and whatever happens, good or bad. It's a lesson. At the end of the day, you learn something from whatever happens.
Now I want to get into your dad a little bit. So how did he get into the business? I got to give him a shout out because you taking it over and you taking the reins and I want to give him a shout out. So how did he get into that business? Because I skipped him and I don't think that's fair. So how did he get into the business?
So he actually started in New Jersey, in New York, when he came from Colombia. He started working over there, but before the first ever time he started it, he was actually, I think, walking by a shop. He walked in there and asked for a job, and the guy was like, "No, I can't. I have too many people, this and that." And my dad was like, I just want to learn. Like, I'll work for free."
Wow.
And he's like, "No, I can't." So then my dad, as he's leaving, the guy calls him back. He's like, "Yo, come here." So he calls him back and he's like, "What I can do is I can pay for your lunch for the day."
Wow.
And, you just clean around, you clean the car, this and that, and whatever the tips are, that's yours. So my dad was like, "All right, cool." Long story short, he was doing that. He was making more money off of tips than what the employees were making.
Oh, wow.
And then at the end, he was actually running the business for the guy. And then that's how he got into it. And then he went to Safelite Auto Glass. That's where he really learned.
Established himself.
Yeah, he worked for them for 17 years. And then in 07 to 08, that's when he opened up the business.
Wow. That's crazy.
And then since 08, the business has been going on.
And he was going to work for free, ladies and gentlemen. And
just to learn. He just wanted to learn, be in there, put your foot in the door and just be able to learn. That's what he wanted.
Learn the craft.
Yeah.
And the thing is that I don't recommend work for free. But what his dad just did there was anything you need or anything you got to do to get in the door, do it. So if it's working for free just to learn the craft and then be where he's at now, do it. You know what I'm saying? But that's dope. I just wanted to shout out to your dad. I had to get that story in. So how is it? I think I said it. I don't know if I said it. How is it working with your dad? I mean, I know you probably do most routes and stuff like that, but how is it working with him, man?
It's good, bro. I'll go from the beginning. Obviously, when I said I was 19, 20 when I got into it with him. At that time, I was going out Thursday, Friday, Saturday, wilding out. So I would show up to work.
So the first year, you were still going out?
Oh, yeah, bro. I would show up hungover, and I'd be trying to get away from him so he doesn't see me throwing up. And, how dads are just always on top of you and
they
this
know.
And that. Yeah, so he would know. And he actually fired me a couple times, believe it or not. We would get in fights and arguments. And he's like, "You know what? I don't want you to work with me no more." And I'll show up the next day. "Yo, I'm here. Let's go." And then, as I got older, I started taking it more serious. And then now I see where he was coming from. And it's just it kind of molds you.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So
he was giving you tough love.
Yeah. He's always been, he's always showed love, but his love has always been tough. Yeah, tough love. You just, working with him is good. It's good. So like any father and son, we fight, argue, this and that. But then 5 minutes later, we're good to go.
That's dope. And the thing is so you say you used to party and do this and that and whatever. Now that you on the other side, like you said, so when an employee comes in somehow late or doesn't show up to the job, how does that make you feel? Damn, Dad, you know what? Tú tenías razón, papi, bro.
It bothers you. It bothers you because you're not that. You're depending on other people for your business to keep, running and growing. So when somebody calls out, anything can happen. Emergency, that's fine. But just calling out of nowhere, no advance, no notice,
same day,
nothing, same day or 5 minutes before.
Don't pick up the phone.
That's, you don't do that. At least give a notice. Hey, this is what I got going on, and just be truthful. Just say the truth. Don't beat around the bush. Don't this and that excuses, because we know I've said excuses. You said everybody says excuses. We know what excuses are. So I mean, just be straight up.
So it molded you now, right? Like it molded you. I mean, every year, every scenario is like who you are now as an entrepreneur and how you take your business serious, right? So with that being said, you still drink on weekends.
Oh yeah.
You still do certain things, but you know when it's time to like, nah.
Yeah. And I mean, you can't be getting hammered on Sunday night and then go to work Monday. Nah.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna do that.
So you want expansion. So like, what are your thoughts? So where you at now? Like, so how big are you in Tampa? He's in Tampa. What shout out the business name.
Super Auto Glass. Like I said, we've been in Tampa since '08, but we go as far north as like Hudson, Newport Richie, Spring Hill, as down south as Ruskin, Waimama, sometimes Sarasota.
How many vans you got right now running?
We actually just have one right now. At one point we had 3.
Okay.
But we lost one in an accident, sold the other one. So we're hopefully getting a second van soon, and just to get more vans, you need people. And the problem now is finding people that want to work.
A lot of people now, ladies and gentlemen, they don't work. How's the heat treat you when you do, because you're outside?
Yeah.
So how does that go? Like you're accustomed to
you get
whatever
used to
temperature.
it. Your body gets used to it. I mean, I've been doing it for a while, so I honestly don't feel it. I mean, I feel it, but I don't feel it as much as I do when like I'm on the weekend just hanging out outside. I'm like, damn, it's hot outside. But while I'm working, I'm focused, and the hotter it is, the faster I want to get done and hop back in the van. So, I mean, the positive thing is I'm not out there all day in the sun. I'm out there 30, 45 minutes max, depending on the job or what we're doing. And then you just hop back in the van, refresh, drink something, and then go to the next one.
Now, what advice, man, you got for any entrepreneur? Because, me getting in my business is different. Iman's is different. Yours is different. What advice you give the entrepreneur trying to get in the game in any realm? Because to be honest, you could be throwing pizza up in the air, flipping burgers, or arroz con gandule, but you gotta still have the same drive. So what advice you got for them? If any advice you got for entrepreneur?
if it's like like my example, a family business, my dad started it. If your father or mother has a business and you like it, you're interested in it, or you want to try it, give it a try. You don't know what can happen. Just at least try it, because then later on you can be like, what if so-and-so, or what if I would have, or what if I, just try it. You got nothing to lose. If you fail, whatever, you start again, do something else, or go back to what you were doing.
Were you ever scared? Were you ever scared of failing, or even when you lose drivers or a van, or did that ever put fear in you? Like, damn,
No, honestly, no, because my dad's always been very positive. So nice. I think that's kind of like
rubbed off
on me. And, regardless of the situation, he's always like positive outlook. So now it's like, yeah, whatever. Something happens, keep going, keep moving.
And now I see you doing reels a lot now on
Instagram, trying
Facebook.
to do that, trying to do more of that, get better at it. But sometimes it's tough because while I'm working, the phone ringing off the hook.
Yeah.
I'm physically out there working, picking up, ordering this and that. So sometimes I forget to take pictures, videos, or I'll take a picture at the beginning and then I'll forget to take a picture at the end or a video. So
what your dad thinks about that? Like, I know it's a new era for the old
he
generation.
I'll show him, but he's like old school, very old school. He's always been very old school. Everything from the beginning has always been paper and pencil, write everything down, real old school. So with me, we've gotten more like in the what do you call it? Like technology.
Yeah, technology.
Videos and this and that. How do I manage more of all that kind of stuff than he does. He's just sits back.
That's dope. So the main advice that he said today was, if you have a family member or if you're thinking of something, go get it. Don't be scared to do it, because somebody else is gonna do it. And like I said, in my world, I failed 2-3 times, and I kept going and look at me. And then he tried out with his dad. He was just working. And then now look at where he's at, where he's toe to toe, even probably past his dad, so he could just get off, retire, and then he'll even joke around and be like, "Oh no, I'm the employee now. He's the boss." That's dope though. That transition. I mean, you don't see it because you in it.
He's still the boss. Yeah, he's still the boss. No, but he says that like playing around with customers. He's like, "No, that's the boss."
But outside of looking in, and Armando's here, and he's hearing that. Like, it's dope that the transition for him mentally is him just saying it.
Yeah.
Is dope for me.
Yeah,
like,
no, and he says it a lot. He's like, it's time to like let go. Like he's been letting go more, and like I've been more
welcoming to it.
Pretty much more like responsible of everything.
Damn, bro.
So I know when he goes on vacation or whatever, he doesn't have to worry about anything. Everything keeps rolling smooth. I take care of everything.
Yo, shout out to your dad. Definitely did a great job with you, bro. You taking over the family business. Congrats to you on taking it over. Because even though, so I'm going to be devil's advocate. You had it easy. What you say to the people that say, oh, I'm not going to hear this podcast. He had it easy, bro. His dad gave it to him. How hard you work? Because, I know you ain't have it easy. Like a lot of people like, oh, he just hand them over the stuff and you know what I'm saying? And Mado had it easy. Why I'm going to listen to this podcast? You had trials and tribulation, correct? And you could go into it, bro. Hit me hard. I'm the devil's advocate here. You had it easy, Mado.
I would say it has not been easy. It's not easy, period, getting into a business with your family, especially with your dad, because they're always tough on you and they want you to be perfect at it. They want you to do it his way or their way, etc. I would say easy in a point of like, I wasn't coming out of pocket with money, but he did. And that was one of the reasons why I actually got into the business was like, he came over here, immigrant, no English, no nothing. He started it on his own.
Speak on it.
Back in 2008, no guidance, no nothing. He did it by himself. So if he was able to do it, then why can't I make it even bigger and make it, expand and better and this and that. So that's one of my main motivations was him, how he started and just out of nowhere, with nothing, he started it.
That's freaking dope.
But easy? Nah, I wouldn't say it's easy, bro. It's actually very hard to work with your dad or family, period. And like I said, like I was saying earlier, when I was young, wasn't focused. As time went on, I got, more serious about it. And I think when he saw that I was taking it more serious, that's when he realized, I was like, okay, like maybe he can do this. And I kind of felt that way. Like I got the vibe off of him. Like, all right, man, he trusts me.
Dope.
The first time ever that he went on vacation, I was in charge by myself. I was I was like 24 maybe.
Wow. Okay.
And I was nervous then because I was like pressure's on. Like I gotta, keep up with this and that. And like he has, I want to say rules, but he has expectations of the business. Like what numbers we got to make, this and that.
Customer service wise, everything.
Customer service. I've gotten a lot better with that because when I was young, hothead, still a little hothead, depending on the moment. But I wouldn't say it's easy, bro. It's not easy.
The thing is, and outside of looking in again, Amado may agree with me. You got to carry a legacy. Like, and people don't see this. It's like, oh, he has it easy. His dad's going to take it. But once his dad leaves, he could ruin it.
Yeah.
Or, so he has to keep.
That's happened a lot.
Exactly. So,
I actually, just to touch on that, somebody, I never met him or I never knew him personally, but somebody that was in the same industry, auto glass industry, he had a son and the son wasn't able to do it and it just went downhill.
You see?
And out of business.
So that's the thing. There's a pressure with him. And again, I never had a dad, but I could just feel it outside of looking in. Damn. Shoot, I got the keys. I got to keep it running. I can't let this stop or anything. I got to keep going. So, easy as
or sorry to cut you off.
Go ahead.
Or some people are like, okay, now I'm in charge or I'm the business, this and that, and that gets to your head. No, you got to stay humble.
And because the money's there already, they're like, whatever.
You got to stay humble because it could be good today, but tomorrow or next month, you downhill.
What they say, tomorrow's not promised.
Exactly.
So that, like I said, I keep saying that, man. Like it's not, and I knew it wasn't easy, but people online or just people just see like, oh, he took over his dad's business. They don't know the ends of it.
Technically, I haven't taken over completely.
Not yet.
I'm in charge.
But you're getting there.
But I'm not full ownership. No, not yet.
But
the day will come sooner or later.
See, what's dope is that he's a humble person. It's just like his dad. His dad was here. He probably was like, no, él lo tiene. Mauro, cállate. And that's dope, that dynamic, because you both, in business for me, you got to stay humble. I don't care how much money you make or whatever, you got to stay humble. And what I'm hearing from him is He don't want to take ownership. His dad don't. And that's how they keep it even keel between each other, because there's no boss element. You know what I'm saying? They both respect each other, even though he's his age and his dad is still respect factor. It's like I keep saying with the role model situation. I see him as a role model, right? Because I'm like, damn, he took over business. He keeps me motivated when he does his reels. He keeps me motivated with just anything he does and how he speaks. Right now, after this, I'm gonna be more motivated tomorrow. I'll probably throw up a reel and I'll probably pay for advertisement just because of him for this interview. But for you to do what you're doing and taking over and still staying humble throughout everything, I think that's a dope situation between you and your dad. And when he finally gives it over, you still probably not gonna get it. You still not gonna want it, and that's still what keeps it dope. So listen, this segment is called Vibe Check, Vibe Check, Vibe Check. And some people get nervous. Iman wanted to retract some things. He said, can you delete this? Can you delete that? I said, no, staying on, bro. Giselle gave me and I'm keeping it. And Yacy, the wifey, gave great information. And the vibe check. This is the question. So, okay. The first one she gave was a drink. Listen, I don't drink cucumber, and I don't eat cucumber. This is dope. So advice:
cucumber
try it.
gimlet.
Yeah, try it. Okay, so let's go with this. Go to a bar with, pick up a girl with, go to jail, or go to Miami with. Okay, you got Myrrh, Sal, and Q. Now, if people don't understand or don't know the names, Yacy told us Impractical Jokers was one of his favorite TV shows. So I'm going to do them like this. So go to a bar with, pick up a girl with, go to jail with, and go to Miami with. I watched that show. This is a hard question, bro. So
damn. Okay, so repeat it for me.
Go to the bar with.
With one of the three guys?
Yeah, but no. Murr, Sal, Joe, and Q. Joe left, but he's an OG. I mean, I'm not going to get him out.
I'll say Sal.
Sal, go to
actually,
the bar.
No. I would go to the where? I'm sorry?
A bar with.
Go to the bar?
Yeah.
I'll go with Sal.
You go with Sal?
Yeah.
That's a good choice. Okay. Pick up a girl with. This is the hardest one.
Q.
Damn.
Q, because he's funny. He's real funny.
I may have gone Joe, but this is his. Because Joe, but he said Q. We could debate that later on. Okay. Go to jail with. Now you got Joe and Murr.
Joe's the one that left, right? I'll go with Joe. He'll keep me entertained.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And then you going to Miami with Murr?
Hey, I gotta have him to take one for the team.
You gotta throw him off the plane. Again.
He could take one for the team.
That's a good one. Okay. Rank these sports. You're gonna rank these sports blindly. I'm gonna tell you a sport. They're gonna be 4 and blindly. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Okay. Soccer. Where you putting it?
4.
Ooh. Basketball.
2.
Okay. Football.
3.
Baseball.
1.
That was too easy. For him. I hate that. I think this is gonna be hard. Yacy, stay tuned. This shoot, marry, and kill segment. Okay, it's gonna be Nova. Who's Nova?
Our puppy.
Leo.
Shit.
Who's that?
That's my boy.
That's your boy?
That's my boy.
And Carol G. That's dirty.
Shoot.
That's dirty.
What did you say?
Shoot, marry, and kill. Oh, Nova, Leo, Carol. That's a dirty one. You see that?
Shoot.
You see? That's dirty.
Marry and kill. Dang.
Yacy, listen close.
Well, I'm gonna marry Carol G. If I could, I would.
Que sucio.
Man, my boy's been with me for the longest, so I would have to shoot him. And sorry, but I would have to kill Nova.
Yo, to be honest, I expected him to ride with the dog and be like, I'm gonna kill Carol G.
I can't marry a dog, bro. Come on now.
And cry. All right. Okay, and then this is the last one. This is the last one. This is funny because when she wrote this to Natalie, I was like, all right, what's your guilty pleasure? Call of Duty or a whole row of Oreos with milk.
Oh yeah, Oreos for sure.
That's the good. So
Yeah, bro. I kill a box in 3 days. A row a night, straight up.
Yo, she
That's
says
always been my like cheat meal or
Your cheat meal?
my dessert. That's always been my dessert.
bro. She says that you get a roll
Yeah.
at night
Yeah.
with milk.
I'm telling you.
Do you dip? Do you dip?
Yeah, it brings 3 rows and it lasts 3 nights. 1 row every night.
That's hilarious, bro. That's the last one, man.
Yeah,
Listen,
bro.
you guys got to know Mauricio, the entrepreneur, man. The business partner, with his dad. Let me ask you a question. I forgot because this was a debate. You came up on it. Hooters or Wing House?
Hooters.
Hooters, right?
Yeah.
Iman picked Wing House.
I'll go Hooters, but the naked wings only.
The naked wings.
Yeah.
And I like flats. Just give me
I'm
flats.
drums.
You like drums?
Yeah. All
Okay,
drums.
okay. I did not want to leave that out because that was
Ranch or blue cheese?
Huh?
Ranch or blue cheese?
It has to be ranch.
Yeah.
Ranch. So we good on that. And that was the other one that I want to just sneak in because Iman he picked Wing House. So look, we got a Wing House first episode. Hooters. I broke the tie so far. I'm a Hooters guy. But the next guest will break that. Yo, listen, Mato, this was dope. I got to know a little bit more about you and stuff like that. And I appreciate you coming on, being the second interview, man. I was nervous the first one. I think this one flowed perfectly.
Thank you for having me, man. I appreciate it.
No,
Anytime, bro.
bro.
Keep doing your thing.
Appreciate it,
Proud of you, man. Proud
Thanks, man. And listen, I'm a cheers before we leave to your future endeavors. If it's keeping the legacy alive or going different ways, whatever you do, man, I pray nothing but the best for you and your family. And shout outs to the dad, shout outs to the AC. Those are the backbones to my guy Mato right here, man. So cheers, bro.
Cheers, bro.
And to the next episode, mi gente.
Yes, sir.
Ya tú sabes. See ya soon. Got vibes.